All right, my note from last year says, this is good, don't skip it. Sometimes I skip activities and just get to notes, but this is good, okay? I don't have toothpicks, so if you have a toothpick, you can use a toothpick. If not, you can use your ID card. Look at this ID card. I was 21 when I took that picture. And they ask me every year, do you just want to use the same picture? I'm like, heck yeah. So like, I'm 21 forever. So, Forever 21, that should be a store or something. So, grab a toothpick or your ID card, and you're going to use it to make an estimate of the slope of the tangent line. Now, you may not even know what a tangent line is. That's okay. IROC. I don't know what that is this second, but I will figure it out, okay? Just kidding. It's instantaneous rate of change, and we will talk about that. At the given points on each graph. Then answer the questions related to each function. I tried to photocopy this so there's space in the margin to answer any questions. So let's read carefully. Find another point on the graph where the tangent line has the same slope as A. So a tangent line goes like this, my friends. So a tangent line is a line that is only touching the curve at one point. So if we go through the curve, like this is why it's really good to have a toothpick. This is not a tangent line because it's hitting the curve at 2 points. That's called a secant line. Just like sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, cotangent. So a secant line goes through it twice, and then a tangent line is just hitting it at only 1 point. So it's only 1 point. Now, are you going to draw these perfectly? No, but we're going to try our best, okay? Now, one more thing. A line can be tangent at 1 point on the graph. So do you see how that's tangent here? But it's going through this point over here. So even though it's hitting at 2 different points, it actually is tangent here. Okay? All right. So let's look at let's look at A. And we're going to do our best to draw a tangent line. So you move your ID until you only see it, so it only hits A and not the other parts of the line. Okay, now, ready? Find another point on the graph where the tangent has the same slope as A. Label this point A prime. That's supposed to have a little mark like that, A prime. So what we're going to do you see this slope here? Okay, I have to cough. Excuse me. We're going to try and find another tangent line with that same slope. So I'm not moving my card. Like parallel lines, right? So where else would it have the same slope as A? Another tangent line. How about right here? Like, it's not going to be B, C, or D. It's not that. It means just a random point. Like that? What do you think? Somewhere around there. A prime. Are they the same? Okay. Now we're going to do this for every point if possible. If possible. Okay, what's the tangent line at B? Let's look at this. Is it positive or negative, or is it horizontal? Yeah, it's pretty much horizontal. So here's our B tangent line at B. Now, where else on this graph would there be a horizontal tangent line? So this slope, it's not increasing and it's not decreasing. So we're going to figure this out. How about right here? Yeah? Did someone say minimum? Minimum? And we're going to label this B prime, like that. Okay, what about C? C, is this slope on C, is it a positive slope or a negative slope? A negative slope. Now, is there another part of the graph that would have this same slope as C? Why not? Yeah, we're like increasing, decreasing, increasing. So there is no, that's a letter N, in case you're wondering, no C prime. What about D? Do you think we can find another spot D? Where? Maybe down over here before we got to A? So D, and I'm going to keep my ID card at the same slope, and I'm going to try and find, yeah, maybe down here. Oops. D prime. Describe the intervals where the rates of change are increasing as x increases without bound. What is happening to the tangent lines? So what the heck happened to, where did all this pink come from? I guess from my hand. So where is this graph increasing? Let's start at negative infinity. Is it increasing from negative infinity until we get to where? To B. Should we use x value? I don't know what the number that is. 1.24610, so 1.1. So it's increasing from negative infinity to negative 1.1. And then from B to B prime, it's decreasing. And then it's increasing from B prime to infinity, which is about 1.1 here. So I'm trying to answer these questions. As x increases without bound, what will happen to this tangent line? It will keep getting steeper and steeper. Yeah? What? It's like a pink fairy died on my paper. I don't know how to spell steeper. 2 E's or EA? All right, awesome. All right, on to the next one. We're doing, this is just like an introduction to tangent line, and I'm probably going too slow for the video. Video people, you can watch me at a faster speed, I guess, right? On YouTube. Use your knowledge, great, of limits to justify your instantaneous rate of change at the point B. Okay, everyone. Instant change, this is going to be the slope of tangent line. So write this down. So watch what happens to B. Okay. A, let's draw a tangent line at A. This is what we're practicing. And then what is happening to this tangent line when we get to B? Very good, it is vertical. Okay, so you see here the tangent line is outside the curve, and then here it gets vertical, and then it goes on top of the curve like this. This is how the tangent line is moving. So if this is a vertical tangent line, use our knowledge of limits. What do we say about vertical or infinite limits? They don't exist. So a vertical tangent line means this, the instantaneous rate of change is undefined. I feel like I'm going in circles here, so I want to clear something up. You know from, not from your knowledge of limits, but from 7th and 8th grade, you know this. Ready? This is what you know from 7th and 8th grade. You know a slope like this is positive, and you know a slope like that is negative, and you know a slope like that is what? 0, and you know when a line is like this that the slope is undefined, right? So if that's our tangent line, then the slope of the tangent line is undefined, and that's what you just wrote down. All right, flip it over. Okay, what's going on here? Describe the behavior of the rates of change at point A and point B. Is it increasing, decreasing? Explain what's happening at point C. So let's draw this tangent line at A. And the tangent line at B. And here's the big idea for this whole unit, this whole next unit we're talking about. Ready? From negative infinity to 0, this part of the curve, is it increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. So the slope of the tangent line, is this a positive slope or a negative slope? Negative slope. That's a big idea for the next 3 weeks of calculus, okay? If the function is decreasing, and it's decreasing from negative infinity to 0, then, okay, watch this. What does this mean? What does m sub tan mean? So m is slope, and then you see how I put tan there? So the slope of the tangent line is less than 0, which means a negative slope. Okay? Now let's rewrite it for this piece. If your function is increasing, which in this example it's increasing from 0 to positive infinity, then the slope of the tangent lines will be positive. Okay. What's happening at C? Take your ID card and we go like this. So the tangent line goes down like this, and then it gets all confused, yeah? I don't know what's happening. And then somehow it like hops back on this piece and goes up this way nicely, right? So what do you think the tangent line at C is? It's a big no-no, okay? So there's no tangent line at C. Explain what occurs at point C. It's very sad. Let's write here. How do you like starting a sentence with because? We're in math. Because C is a cusp. Have you ever seen that word before? Cusp. No tangent line. What's a cusp? That's a cusp. A cusp is the birds that used to draw in 1st and 2nd grade, like this. The seagulls. Okay? It happens when you do, it's like the square root of an absolute value, I think is what it is. Or it's the absolute value of a square root. I forget right now, but we'll look it up. All right. Oh, fun. Okay. Sketch your own function with A has a positive tangent line, positive sloping tangent line. Point B has a tangent line slope that's 0, and point C will have a negative. And then at point D, you have a vertical tangent line. Okay, so you get to draw your own picture there. Way to go. Thanks for watching.